everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since the last episode, but there's been a lot going on, so I'm just going to brush over a few things here just to update and get you all up to speed as to where we're at. First one being is, let's go the rocket car. Now, I was going to use the Traxxas Slash. The Traxxas Slash, but the problem with that, the body's, because it's a Lexan body, it's very flexible. When I've had it airborne previously, it's not very aerodynamical. So what I'm doing is I'm angling toward using this beast. This one just here. It's, I think it'll be a more suited vehicle to use. I think it'll be a bit more hardy. And I think we'll probably get a lot better, go at making this work using that one. One of the things that I did learn with the rocket engines is that they're electrically fired. So I thought originally it might have been a wick that you light up, and yeah, it's not. It's got a little probe in there that's held in by those little bits there, held into the back of the rocket, and connected to a battery, and that's how they're fired. Now, there's a couple of ways we can do it. There's been a lot of looking into with this. So I've got this beast here, which is like a, flick the switch, click it up, and then fire. But that would have to be a standing start. We've also got the option of doing a rolling start, which would be having a servo mounted, having a separate battery set up in there with a servo that actually activates. So when I'm driving, we can engage it while I've got speed up. Then we can have a combination of both initial already going and then the rocket propulsion. And if it all goes according to plan, we can at least get it to the ramp. So we're still in deliberations as to exactly how we're going to go with it. There's one thing that I am certain of. I don't think there's much point in doing one. I might as well do all three. So that's where we're at with the rocket car. I have had a lot of other things that have been on the go, which have sort of held me back a little bit. And that's actually something that I wanted to have a bit of a chat to you about. So some of you might have seen previously, you'll see over there, you'll see the yellow troop carrier. That one over there, she's a hard body. It's made from two short-bodied RC four-wheel drive, so it's got a full interior. I've got lots of things like the bull bar for it, the side skirts, rear tyre carrier, rock sliders, nice wheels, a whole various emitter parts. The trouble is I've had that for nearly 2 years now, and this is what I wanted to touch on when I talk about depression and anxiety. Another sign of depression and anxiety is that people can lose their momentum, they can lose their mojo, they can just lose their drive to want to do anything. And that's what I've been suffering from for a very long time. I've had excess jobs building up outside, which is just getting rid of rubbish, getting the recycling up to the recyclers. I've got a container that needs cleaning out. And all of these things have been just hanging over my head for a very long time because I just haven't been able to get going with it. And that's one of the things that I wanted to point out. If you can see this happening with others, well, that's a telltale sign that there also could be something wrong. So keep an eye out for people that aren't doing what they normally would do. If they see a change, look into it and ask the question, are you okay? Like I've always spooked. The situation with myself was every time that I went to do anything here, I've got lots and lots of projects. I've got a drift car over there. I've never used it. I've got this one here, which is the custom build one with the V8 engine. Now, I've had that for a very long time, and I still haven't put power to it. It was made by a friend of mine called James, and I've loved it ever since I saw it. And then one day I got the opportunity to purchase it, and it's sat here ever since. Hasn't done a thing. And every time that I went to go and do something like this, I felt guilty because I had all these other jobs that were over my head. And then when I go look at the other jobs, they were mounted up so much that it just became daunting. And with that, I just stagnated. And that's where I finally, with the help of a few friends, I've got a friend of mine who's loaned me a trailer, another friend of mine who's pulling the trailer for me, and outside now, I've got a great big pile of rubbish to go and get rid of. It looks something like this.
0, 1. Let's get started.
So, having gotten rid of a lot of the rubbish that was built up around the place, and I managed to get the gurney out the back, and I actually found out that there's a concrete floor out in the patio, not broken prams and busted, you know, bits and pieces that had just been put outside and had been building up. And it's got me pumped again, it's got me going, and that's one of the things. Once you're in a position where you like that and you actually get the ball rolling, well then you do get the ball rolling. But to get the ball rolling, that's the hardest bit. So I've managed to achieve that. I'm not making excuses, but that's part and parcel why lately the episodes have been a little bit stretched out between, because I've just lost my drive a little bit. However, I'm back. I must say that, I must stress that big time. Well and truly, I've got two more jobs that's got to be done, and one's to get the trailer emptied. Might be happening today, I'm not too sure. And the other one is to empty the container out that's up at another town. And once I've got those two things sorted out, I'm going to have the free range to be able to do a lot of things that have been on the back burner for quite some time. So that's where we're at. It's been a little bit of a long, drawn out, protracted situation I found myself in, but that's what a lot of people that are suffering from depression go through themselves. So if you're out there and you're suffering from anxiety and depression, for like I've always said, have a bit of a chat to someone. You won't believe how much it helps until you actually do it, and you'll feel the relief yourself. I know that for a fact, so trust me on that. And obviously, if you're in a situation where you're stagnated, do what you can to get your old self back. And that can come in many ways. That can be with just your own determination. What I did was I made a list. And I looked at the list, and it was quite a big list. And I went, wow. That's what really made me realise just how much it actually built up, and how much I was missing out playing with these sort of things. So, there you go. Just wanted to touch on that one there. I'm sort of back in the saddle again. We've got a few things on the go. And I can see that things are sort of back on track. That's a wonderful feeling. So, if you're out there suffering with depression and anxiety, have a chat to someone. Find a way that you can get the message to yourself. Mine was to make a list up and actually look at the list and go, wow, you know, there's a few things. And just take baby steps. All you have to do is a little bit here and a little bit there, and you'll find that you'll get going again, and hopefully you can get on top of things. And the more you're occupied, the more you're busy doing things, the more that you can see that you're getting somewhere. It's a big incentive to yourself as well. So that's where I've been at lately. That's why the episodes have been a bit far between. It's been a difficult process. It's been hard. However, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So, with the rocket car, we're going to use this beastie here. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a standing start, 3 rockets propelling, or whether we're going to get a little bit fancy and actually get it like a rolling car and then firing while it's rolling, which I think that would be the best, but we'll see how we go. But that's coming up very, very soon. We've got the Crawl the Gates coming up. We've got a trail run Crawl the Gates coming up on Sunday morning. And there's a beautiful section now out at Heritage Park since the last lot of flooding. It's got just a fantastic trail run all the way down to the creek bed from the little boom gate all the way down. And you'll see this after we've shot the film on Sunday. And up the other end of the car park, we've got a little section of rocks there with just some awesome lines. We've been up there a few times, and I'll actually show you a little bit of film footage shortly from where me and a couple of the lads went up there a couple of times, and we checked it out. And we're going to meet up on Sunday, and hopefully we'll get a few guys there and we can set some gates up. Nothing professional, nothing like, it's not like a comp or anything. It's just a friendly, sort of get together, and hey, the first one has a go, and whoever can make it up will then see how many of the others can make it through. But it should make for a good sort of thing. Anyway, so it's going to look a little bit like this. I'll show you some film footage where we were there a couple of days ago. Well, anyway, all right, so check this out, and then we'll come back. This is a little bit up the far end of Heritage Park. This is where we're going to have the Crawl the Gate section. Check it out.
The filament, this one was it's $30 a kilo roughly, and it was about 30-something grams, including so the weight now. So that's how much filament we forward, and about an hour. From J Park, about $250. Buy a bit of filament for like $30-40 a line or something, or just go for something special they usually do when they're selling their printers on special. And just get used to some designing programs. I use the free version of SketchUp. No, you got that fire there. I'll put a bit into this, mainly because it came from basically nothing in it, but also because it's got bushings and they're not bearing. So I'm just running a bit of CD, which grease that I had over in a little tube. Application is going to help, basically.
If you're playing, I suppose, in water and use marine grease, you know, if you...
Yeah.
I used to fucking submarine a couple of these trucks all the time, but...
Which way did you come up? Did you come up like this way or did you come up straight?
Yeah, like that, and then I just turned sharp, let the arse drop around and...
These tyres, like I was saying before, once these ones get wet, they're terrible. They just slip and slide. Oh yeah, they're great when they're dry. Tasmania and Western Australia. Oh, nationwide. We're only based. We don't want to be too. If you're watching mine, it was like really like that. It was so jerky.
How's the YouTube channel going, Bruce?
Huh?
How's the YouTube channel going, Bruce?
Yeah, not too bad.
You've got people basically as plowing.
Yep.
Oh, good. Oh, maybe. Oh! So that's got some metal wheels. Rocks like Like they keep it there.
Nailed it.
Back up.
I don't. Red Cap, the brand?
Yep.
I was looking at.
I don't.
Oh, no. Pretty big.
You're going to lift that other wheel again, aren't you? I was about to say, every time that the front wheel goes up, I'm on the wrong bloody side.
So, because I do understand it's like a big, you know, like humps and stuff. So you're telling me it's like that smooth to the point that it's like smooth.
Yep. What I saw on the video,
It's hard driving backwards, mate. Yep, it's You're pushing!
what a top spot. Absolutely love it. Yeah, since we had that flooding, a lot of the hollows and really bad bits have been filled up with sand and gravel, and it's exposed a few other rocks and a few other lines. It should be really, really good. So on Sunday morning, I think it's the 9th, on Sunday morning, we're going to have the trail run and crawl the gates. So that'll be in the next episode that'll be coming. If we can get things happening quick enough with the rocket car, well, then we'll include that in that one as well. But don't put the pressure on me, because I want to make sure that I do this right. It's not like I've also with this, it's not like I've just been sitting back and not caring. There's been a big thought process going into it, and we're trying to work out the best way to make it successful and obviously entertaining for you guys. My biggest mission is to get it leaving the ramp with the rockets fired. After that, who knows? But we're going to give it a red hot go. So yeah, so that's coming up. We never know, we might be able to get it in by the next episode. If not, don't worry, it won't be too far away. But I haven't forgotten. It's just that I don't want to just masking tape some rockets on the back of the truck, fire it up, and then have it spin out and then go, yay, that was fun. No, I want to try and get this, you know, where I could at least have at least a 50-50 chance, hopefully, of at least getting it leaving the ramp with the rockets firing. So yeah, that one's coming up. It's going to be awesome. I've got a few guys. Yeah, surprisingly, I've got a few guys that are interested to come and give me a hand with filming and launching and things. So I guess they might have a interest in it as well. So yeah, all right. What else? We've got the rocket car. Yep. I think I pretty well covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about. The situation, if you're out there and you're having a hard time, have a chat to someone, even if it's not a family member, it's not a friend. Have a chat to one of the great organisations that we've got. I think every country's basically got it, because you will be surprised how much it'll help. And it does. It just lightens the load. It's harder than it has to be if you do it on your own. So do that. Promise me that you'll at least give that a shot. And if you're out there and you're in the same situation I've found myself in, struggling with just getting motivation and getting going, well, look for alternative ways that you can sort of get the message across to yourself, i.e., like I said, mine was a list, because once the list grew, it was like, wow, I really need to get this done. The other one was missing out on all of this. Well, I've got stacks and stacks of parts and stacks of projects, and I haven't really touched any of them. And it's just been too long. It's been far too long. So, there you go. To all my new subscribers and existing as well, thank you so much for being here. Thanks very much for subscribing. This morning I had 444. So, still a long way to go. I'd love to be able to make it, you know, with the YouTube algorithm and get out to more people and then hopefully get more subscribers. And but the only way that's going to happen is for me to keep persevering with it. And but where you can help me is if you like what I do, pressing the like button. If you're a repeat offender, you've been back a few times, hit the subscribe button. You got nothing to lose, it's free. And also, if you've hit the subscribe button, press the bell notification, because that way when I do upload, you'll be notified of it. You'll be notified of it, and you won't sort of miss out on well, especially this one coming up with the rocket car. Hopefully next episode might be the episode after, but that's because we're going to try and focus on getting it done right. So yeah, so thank you to all my subscribers out there. Got any comments, put them down below. I'd like to read the comments. Any ideas that you have, for example, with the rocket car, if you've got previous experience with this sort of thing, or you know someone that has, whatever, and you've got a bit of input that you can sort of put in the comments for me, go right ahead, because I'm willing to take on any sort of ideas and things to make this, hopefully work like a treat. Yeah, and I'm sure that it's going to be okay. But any input you got, definitely put it down in the comments for me, and that'd be fantastic. All right, so we've covered the rocket car, we've covered the fact that I've got all these projects and I've got to get my act together and get into them. However, I can't get into them until I've got these other things buttoned up, but we're pretty close, so hopefully that's not too bad. Yeah, so I think that's about it. All right, well, get out there, have fun, happy crawling, and I'll see yous next episode, which will definitely be the Crawl Sunday on the 9th. Yeah, that should be quite good. Trail run and then crawl the gates. Got a couple of people interested already, so he's hoping it's going to be a bloody beauty. And yeah, all right. Until next episode, stay safe, everyone. Love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, and we'll see you next episode. Happy crawling, everyone.
Thank you.